How's it going, everybody? MrYourWilly here. I am not in the best of moods right now, and I'll kind of explain why. I've been working on trying to get a timer to work for the last half hour. Minecraft, I updated, and it took me an hour and a half, roughly, to get it to work. So I've been just trying to get this video to work for about 2 to 3 hours now. So it's been frustrating and annoying, and frustration and annoying doesn't suit well with me. So if I do sound annoyed during this video, that is why, and I do apologize. Also, I have updated all of the mods to the most recent versions that they have. Because of that, some of their config files have changed. I'll be uploading on the forum page. Description has a link to it. With the new config files, because if you update yours and you don't use the new config files, it'll crash. And I figured out why. RedPower and Forestry don't like each other. There's a weird config file issue where Forestry will add its item and it'll overlap a RedPower item ID, and then RedPower doesn't know how to handle it properly, and so it crashes. So I did figure out what was causing the issue. Originally, what I ended up fixing by mistake. But Forestry adds new items to the game, and because of that, that ID fix issue causes RedPower to crash. But anyways, I have worked a lot on my texture pack. As you can see, gravel still haven't worked on. But I did change iron and gold back to the original textures. So now all the ingots all look the same instead of having to change all the ingots forms, which I do agree with. Also, I have a letter here. So I asked you guys last time if I should use the texture pack or use the default. 2 people said use the default. 6 people said use the new texture pack. So obviously that way outweighed the default people. So those of you who like the default texture pack, I apologize, but I live in America. We vote on things and then yell about it afterwards. So we ended up getting way more votes for using this texture pack. And then for people who suggested this texture pack, no one said change nothing. But people didn't comment either way sometimes. But 3 people did say change the ores or trees, at least that much. And then 1 person said you should change all the blocks slowly over time. So what I did is I changed all of the... I don't need the E key. Let me just toss this. So what I did is, I changed the ingots here, and then I changed all the ores. And I also changed the tree leaves of the autumn forest. I didn't change any of the other leaves yet because I'm not in that kind of biome, so it doesn't matter. But as you can see, all the leaves now work. Like that tree right there, that's the vanilla textured tree. That's just the vanilla tree. These are all the custom autumn forest trees. And so I used the same leaf design because that's how it was originally in the vanilla if you had no texture pack on. So these all now have the right coloration, and so it looks a lot better now, especially when you're looking out in the distance. It doesn't look out of place. And I did change all of the ores that I am using in my Minecraft. As you know, I'm not using all the ores. I'm using some ores from IndustriaCraft, some ores from thermal expansion, some ores from factorization, things like that. So I do have, I need to pick up one thing before I leave. So I changed the ores that needed to be changed. Any ores that didn't really need to be changed, I didn't touch on. Also, the ores are only 50% changed, and you'll know what I mean in a sec here about 50% changed. Let me just, I also changed the saplings for those autumn trees. I didn't change any of the other saplings, but I did change the autumn tree saplings because if they dropped leaves, I made it so it actually looked more accurate. I'm just going to quickly save here and go to my texture pack world. This is the world I showed you guys last episode that had all the items in it. I added a new wall here. Everything from this wall that way was from the original map itself. You can actually Google it and download a texture world map. from this side onwards, I added it, tried to keep the same like distancing and everything as that one. So here you can see all the ores, and this is what I mean by 50%. I changed the stone background, but I didn't change the actual ore itself. Also, all these ores are 16-bit. My texture pack is 32-bit, so I changed this texture pack to be 32-bit. So there's actually, as you can see, 4 pixels within this one color. But that's how it makes it like look a little bit more appropriate. And like I said, I used the same stone as the back and just kind of cut out where the ore was. Some of them, like these, I actually shaded in manually. These I shaded in myself because the original ore had shading in it. Here's like the Thaumcraft, you know, animated ores. Over here we got Forestry. Now I'm not using all these ores. I'm only using like here's Appetite. I'm using that. I don't think I'm using anything else from Forestry. I'm using Factorization Silver Ore, which is that. And then here's a XyCraft. Now you see this glitch where, let me see if I can get it to stay that way. It only happens when you like move your mouth or your head up and down. Come on, there we go. XyCraft has a dual layer format for their texturing, and OptiFine doesn't like it very much. So this glitch is only because of OptiFine. If you don't have OptiFine installed, this glitch shouldn't happen to you. But until they fix it, which is actually XyCraft needs to really fix it if he wants it to not happen, then OptiFine, because OptiFine's been using this format for a long time. XyCraft is trying its own thing, which is why it's not working with OptiFine. So if he wants it to work with OptiFine, he needs to fix it. If he never fixes it, this glitch will happen forever. But you can, if you don't have OptiFine, you won't have that weird looky glitch thing. But as you can see, I also changed the background of that stone and the aluminum. I don't know what mod these are, but this is sulfur, and I think this is saltpeter. It's part of the new update. One of the mods added sulfur and saltpeter to the game as an ore generation, so that won't be in the default world that I have. I have to actually go out where new chunks are going to be generated before I find it. But I can't remember what mod this is, but I ended up changing it somehow, at least for this. The saltpeter actually was originally supposed to be in this kind of stone-ish look, and as you can see, that's what it ended up going on top. It's using the default stone and the default whatever this is. So that's why it's working that way. Obviously, here's IC2. I'm only using the uranium and I think the copper. I'm not using their 10. And then here's RedPower. Once again, I manually shaded the bottom of it. And here's the tungsten and all. The nickelite does work, but I can't get nickelite. Like, if I tried searching nickelite, it won't show up. So tungsten looks exactly like nickelite. It's just blue and black. So anyways, that's all the ores. And once again, here's like the leaves. And there's like the saplings. And I put the leaves on top so the saplings hopefully won't grow. So because you can't put the saplings in plant pots. That has a bit of green right there. That's not supposed to be there. I might fix that later. Yeah, there's a pot. But anyways, so I'll be slowly adding in anything else. These ores, I do want to actually change the ore so it doesn't have that look to it. But this is step one. This is to make it so when I'm walking in the mines, it doesn't look bad. Step 2 will be changing the ones that I don't like these. I want to change. This is awesome. I love these. I'm not going to change those. This, I might change a bit. But these are way too blocky for how this texture pack is. So I'll try and find something that looks good. And, you know, that's kind of how that will be. So, anywho, back to the Let's Play itself. Also, let me know what you guys think about how that ore is. You'll really notice the ore part at, you know, when I'm in caves. And why are you in the ground, sheep? But anyways, there's my mailbox. We got some glass. Let's put the glass in. Don't need that right now. I also got some wood. It should be enough to fill in the rest of this. But this is just basically, a beginning floor for it. This room itself will actually have a completely different look to it when I'm done with it. And actually, I have a good idea for, like, not, I guess, fancying up the place a bit until I actually think of how I want to design the rest of the house itself. But, so what I'm going to do is put cobblestone at the bottom here, and now kind of add a border to it. And because it's stone, and that's the middle, I think, right there. It won't. Let's put one there, there, and there. That should be enough lighting for now. So this will be like kind of my new room. I'm gonna move the door here, and then I'm gonna put the machines on the sides and like the bed and storage chest. And so this will be kind of like my temporary stay. Eventually, like I said, I moved the lake a bit. It was too close, and I took all the sand, and there was some clay in there. Hence how I got the glass. I already had kind of sand, but I got more sand. So the mailbox, now that you can put buttons on the actually stick it on the dispenser, that is how you get your mail. You just click the button and the letter pops up. Someone paid attention in science class. That was a comment from when I was mentioning how the beakers work, or how the steam engines work, how they'll explode if they're overheated, and why they explode. So he thought it was quite amusing. And you have to pay attention in school. That's what it's for. You'll never learn after school's over, besides in, you know, painful ways like don't stick your hand in acid. That's something you want to learn in science class, not out in the field, because sometimes you won't have your hand afterwards. It'll be gone because you tried to experiment. Weird. Also, one of the mods, I don't know what it is, but one of the mods like updated the way it renders chunks. So like if I grow a tree, it'll only have like the bottom stump. If I like the bed there, I cut the bed in half, literally. But this just didn't update the rest of the chunks. It's supposed to like save RAM or something, but it's really not helping at all. Oh, I need this because it's mostly stone. So let me take that. Do I have any dirt? I do. So I'm gonna slowly move this stuff over. I got another double chest for that, and I'm just gonna move this all slowly over, and I shall be back in a bit. Hey sheep. Here's another prime example of how the chunk error is not working. Like I put the bed there and only updates that chunk, that block. It's not updating this, and that's gonna get really annoying, like really fast. I'm not sure what it is. It's one of the mods. I don't think it's OptiFine, but I'm gonna shut off OptiFine after this recording's done and seeing if it's that's causing this glitchness. And if it's not that, then it's one of, like, maybe it's Forge or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's getting on my nerves that it's doing that. Anyways, back to moving stuff. Oops. Alrighty then, we have moved everything. I think I might have lost an item or two during the move somehow, but anyways, Appetite also has a new texture, by the way, because of the update. So that's what Appetite looks like now. It doesn't look like a diamond with its own weird look, like bluish diamond look almost. So anywho, I moved all my machines here. My steam furnace is there with all the machines underneath. I'm actually going to carry the bucket with me. Get a few buckets of water here. So do that. Go like there. See, that is getting on my nerves. I don't like that. That is annoying. It's like there's no water here, but there really is. So one more bucket. So I need to figure out what's causing that, because that is just unacceptable. So anywho, we got the pulverizer and the powered furnace. Now the pulverizer outputs to the left and this inputs to the right. And then the sawmill has no input or output. So what I'm thinking of doing is figuring out a way of outputting it. Now this chest is completely full. This chest is kind of like my organics chest, which I'm actually going to move. I'm thinking I have an idea for where I want this. Probably right there is a good spot for it. So let's go ahead and just grab all of these and put them all in here. And then like recenter it, put the book over there, oh, and the arrow. Alright, so there's that. Now I'm going to actually move this chest and put it right there. And that right there for now. Yeah, that should be good. Also, to save on space, I'm actually going to do one more thing. I want to put up the linking book right there. There we go. There's the Hall of Completion. Alright, so I want everything from these guys to eventually output into here. So the easiest way to do this is to have pipes connected to it. So let's go ahead and destroy that. And then we'll go back here. So there's the 3 machines. And these machines output whatever side I say, right? So let's first off make it so that this will actually output red. So anything in here will go there. And anything yellow will output in the back. That's kind of like every once in a while certain things have a chance of pulverizing and giving you something else. And sometimes those other things cannot be smelted. So I have the idea of, have it just output here. And if it can't be smelted, I'll just manually put it in here. This, I want output, once again, in the back. And here, I want it to output both of them in the back. Instead of, just yellow or red, output both. And I think this only has, yeah, those 3 outputs. So now you can, oops, that's underneath. Sorry, not in the back. Let me fix that. Side, so that means yellow. There we go. This is back. And let's get that to be yellow, or orange, I mean. There we go. So now you can see that's all outputting into the back. We need something to actually transport it. Now, gold is the fastest transport that there is. Now, there's going to be an issue here. When this outputs into here, into this pipe right there, it's going to not know, do I go to the left or do I go forward? It's just going to go. So to prevent that during intersections, that confusion of which way to go. And same with this. When it outputs, it doesn't know to go that way or to go this way. To prevent that kind of confusion, I'm actually going to make what's called an iron pipe. So let me get 2 pieces of iron here. And I swear I had another glass block, but I guess I didn't. So let me quickly get my furnace out. And I'll just put the furnace like right there for now. And smelt some glass. Doop doop doo. And in here we can go ahead and start that recipe. So just like the golden ones and all that, it's just 2 of the material on the side, a glass in the middle, and there's an iron transport. I will be putting that right here. Now, let's see if I can get in the back just a bit. And I'm actually going to put a torch back here to light it. So you can see that there's those 2 kind of solid items right there. Now if I put one here, all 3 are going to have like that solid look to it, and I'm stuck again. Well, that just means that it doesn't know which direction to go. It's just, what do we do, saw? So we need to get a wrench. And unfortunately, I don't think the not the Omni tool, but I don't think the crescent hammer will work on BuildCraft pipes, but I'm just going to quickly double check. Oh, it does. Wonderful. That means I don't have to build anything else. So now you can see how this has that clear side to it, where this still is solid. That's basically you telling it which side to go. And when I click it there, you'll see if I can kind of hop. Yeah, either way, it's on the back side, just like that's on the back and that's the left. So we want it to go this way. This one, we want to have the same thing. We want it to go this way. And then just because of speed, it's not going to make much of a difference. I want to make a, it's called a cobblestone pipe. So here is cobblestone pipe. And it's, as you can see, an item transport. And I'm going to put that right here. And then I'm going to hit this one until it rotates to the clear on that side. There we go. And then we're going to put the chest right back there. I'm going to actually put the wood first there. And then the chest there. And the light should prevent any monster spawning. Now we're going to have this little peak hole there, but that's okay. We can see kind of items traveling in. But as you can see now, it's connected to the chest. So let's go ahead and put some fuel in here. So we'll go and like toss in 2 coal for now. That should use up to at least half of the water here, so we won't have to worry about it overheating or anything. And while that's heating up, let's go ahead and read some more mail. What's the texture pack? The texture pack fan is called, I think it's Glimar's Steampunk. So if I go into here, my texture pack, there you are, Glimar's Steampunk. I do have a link to it in the description below, so you guys can just click that and download the default one. It won't have the modified version that I'm using, but it will have all the default looks and all that, so you can kind of still run with that. Oh, and the other one, the other question was, can you put a download link? And that's where it is in the description. I forgot that I had 2 different comments on that one. So anyways, now these guys are slowly getting fuel. So let's go ahead and test some things. First off, let's test the wood chopper here. I don't think I have any logs on me. So let me just go ahead and quickly cut down a tree here. This one, sure, it has a little bit of pink in it. I think that means it's slowly dying. I should save it now by cutting it. You know, I'm such a nice guy. Is that right, sheep? He's gonna be like there forever. So anyways, if I put logs in here, it's going to obviously cut it up, give me 6 logs instead of 4, or planks I mean, and then it's also going to give me sawdust. Now as you can see, it didn't show up here at all because it went right through there, and as you can see, it's kind of slow, and that's because it's not using gold pipes. I might change that one to a gold pipe eventually, but you know, here we got some sawdust and we got the spruce wood going right into here. The other thing is if I put something like gold, why not? We have a little bit of gold left, so let's put that there. That'll go ahead and start pulverizing it. Now anything that shows up as extra, well, let's see if gold has anything for extra. There's no, that's glowstone. There's gold. So gold has no extra percent, but certain things like iron here has a chance of giving you some phosphorus metal. That will end up down here. Anything else will go into red, which gets put here, and then once it gets smelted, it will be turned into ingots, and as you can see, there's the ingots, and it will eventually show up right back here. So there you go, gold ingot. So now we have a way of just, you know, tossing materials in and having it automatically go into a storage chest for us, and we don't even have to like worry about you know, running out of room and that kind of stuff. So it's just going to be a nicer way of doing it. Some nice dark wood here, some sawdust, and so we got a nice little storage space. So we're already kind of upgrading our home more than it was before, so that's really nice. But you know, this is not the most efficient way. I'm not going to improve it this episode. We are already way over time, I believe. My timer stopped, so I don't know exactly how much time we've been at. But there's one thing I want to do before we leave this episode is, why did I take a book with me? Well, the book is actually quite clear for, okay, let's put it right here. Actually, let's put it right here for now. So if I have a book in my inventory, I put it in my crafting recipe, it'll turn it into a linking book. As you can see, this hasn't been textured yet. I'm going to texture it so it looks like a book with a green leather cover instead of the red leather cover. Haven't done it yet, but I plan to. But anyways, that's going to make a linking book. And a linking book will take me to wherever I was standing. It saves my position, XYZ, also my rotation, so it's going to be facing this wall. And it'll tell you what world it is. So this is the overworld, that's the default, also, you know, main world. So why did I, you know, do that? Well, in the Hall of Completion, if I go in here, yeah, it looks like that. Those wrath lamps are really helping with the lighting here, which is awesome. And I might change that look because it doesn't look so well. Well, the iron doesn't look bad. The diamonds, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys if you guys want me to remove the diamonds blocks and switch it to a different block. But anyways, this one, if I use it, will take me to, well, an overworld I don't want to go to. I really hope I switched that properly. I think I did. But so this overworld, when I click it, see, it takes me directly home, and then I can go back and forth. If I used this linking book, it'll take me all the way to the spawn point, which I don't want, so I'm going to just toss it. So now I have a way of kind of linking back and forth, saving energy and all that fun stuff. Now, you guys also might be wondering why I haven't put anything for the powered furnace and the pulverizer and all that. I actually need to craft it and put it in here. I don't say, oh, I built a pulverizer, so I'm just going to put one here by taking it from the creative menu. That's not how it works. You actually have to craft it and put it in here. So I am going to eventually build another pulverizer and another furnace and put those in here for you guys. Also, the forestry section. While we're here, I'm just going to mention this quickly. These farms are going to be obsolete. They already, in the version I'm using, have a multi-block farm system. These blocks are still technically around, but I'm going to be replacing one. Most likely the logger and even maybe the infernal forest or farm I'll be replacing. But anyways, I'll be right back. I'm getting a call. Sorry about that. I'm back now. But anyways, like I was saying, if I ever change anything in this world because of updates, mods, they add new items or they remove an item, I'll change the original world file and let you guys know when that happens. I love how that's connected. So anywho, oh, it's nighttime, scary. I'm gonna quickly pick up these leaves. Okay, come on, mouse. Somehow my mouse wasn't turning to the right. It's kind of weird. Anywho, let's go ahead and go to bed. So there's one more thing I want to do before I wrap up this episode. Like I said, the timer kind of stopped. I don't know exactly how much time I have left. So I'll try and make this as quick as possible. Should be easy to do. I have pretty much all the materials right here. So in my crafting table, if you put I'm pretty positive I said 2. But anyways, wool. Nope. Not wool. I need string. No string. Hold on. I need to figure out how to make one of these then. What are you? Oh, that's not gonna. Oh, that's not gonna happen. Huh. I need string, and I thought I had some string on me. I do not have any string on me. Let me go hunting for some string, I guess. Also, I just realized that I was on peaceful because I was in that texture pack world. Also, I mean, it was iron sword. Texture pack world, and monsters kept spawning, and it was just really annoying hearing them going. I'm like, God damn it, shut up. So anyways, there you can see, looks so much better now with the ores. As you can see, the XyCraft ore still kind of flickers, but I can't fix that. It's either fix it or don't use OptiFine type of thing, which I don't plan to not use OptiFine right now. So anyways, I'm looking for spiders or abandoned mine shafts. That really looks good. I can hear a spider, but I'm not sure where he is. Sounds like he's up there. So let me but anyways, I'm gonna quickly try and find a spider, kill a few off. There's a headless creeper. Scary. You're scary. So I can get some spiders, some not spiders, some string. But anyways, see you guys in a bit. Alright, I am back. I got some string and some rotten flesh. Not really useful to me. A couple bones, some other nickelite and stuff like that. But anyways, put string like so. Then you put wool like so. Chest in middle and stone on side. And you get what's called a digger's backpack. It is awesome. It has 15 slots in it, as you can see right here. And it will only hold things that are allowed in the digger's backpack. Dirt, gravel, cobblestone. Things that aren't allowed, like ores, mushrooms, and nickelite, won't be placed in there. Another nice thing about the digger's backpack is, I don't know why you won't just go where I want you to. Okay, why do I have 2 of them? I should only have one of you. Okay. Weird. Anyways, if I have anything on the ground, like this cobblestone here, right? Instead of picking it up in here, it'll put it in. Okay, that's getting really annoying right now. Severely getting on my nerves. There's a thing called a slot right there. That's where you're supposed to be. Things like dirt. Oh, I don't know what's going on right now. I have absolutely no idea. But it is driving me up the wall. Severely. Driving me up the wall. But you kind of get the point of what's going on here. Other than the fact that this thing is completely getting on my nerves. But anywho, I wanted to build that before I signed off for the day. Because it will be a nice way of storing items if it frickin' stays in its position. Instead of in my hotbar, because I don't really want it in my hotbar, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But it will allow me to kind of gather up some more junk type material, I guess. Stop doing that! I do not have 2 digger backpacks. I want you here, not here. Whatever. It really likes that spot. It loves that spot. It is its favorite spot in the world. And it's driving me up the wall. Just gonna put all this stuff away. I'm just gonna call it a night because a frustrating day is just becoming more and more frustrating. Either way, like, comment, and subscribe to join the epicness. This is MrYourWilly signing off.
Trouble!